Your marketing agency sucks and you're hiring a new one. Here's 7 things that you should expect from a marketing partner. Number 1, clear expectations. Look, you want to be able to hold people accountable. If you don't have expectations, it's very hard to have accountability. I'm a firm believer that relationships flounder or flourish with solid expectations and people meeting those expectations. Number 2, routine meetings. You guys have to communicate. Your marketing agency has to be willing to communicate with your team, and you need to be willing as a partner to communicate with your marketing agency, right? So, for instance, our job is to represent your brand in the most compelling way to make people that are in need of your products or service feel compelled to buy from you. Let's get that phone to ring. We can't do that in the absence of information when things are changing within your company. As an entrepreneur, you know that things are always changing. So those things need to be communicated to the team that's responsible for conveying that image to your target audience. Make sure you communicate. Number 3, transparency. Many marketing agencies, based on stories that I've heard from prospects and current customers that were at one time prospects, where we don't know what's going on. When I ask them what their cost per lead is on Google, they have no idea. I get this random report and it really doesn't tell me anything, so I don't really know. And that's not the spot you want to be in as a business owner when you're investing into the growth of your company. So making sure that you can understand what work is being done, how frequently it's being done. You can review those results in your routine meetings, and you have a firm understanding of what this company is doing to ultimately make impact, to generate you leads, to bring qualified people to the website, and to compel those people to buy from you based on the impression that is set through that experience from start to finish, is critical to having a successful marketing partner. Number 4, spirit of collaboration, right? Sounds intuitive. Paying somebody a bunch of money, they're going to collaborate. That's not always been the case from my experience. So having an understanding of like, hey, if we engage with your company, marketing agency X, what should I expect? Like, what does the relationship look like? If I need to call you and it's 6:30 p.m. on a Thursday, do you answer the phone? How long would it take for somebody to call back? When we come into meetings, are you coming in with fresh ideas? Having an understanding of what you can expect that relationship to look like and what the level of collaboration is should be a deciding factor in who you decide to invest in as far as building the alliance from the marketing front. Number 5, industry insights. Critical. Look, you can be a jack of all trade, master of none, but when you're hiring somebody to grow your business, you probably want somebody who has a really firm and less than tenuous understanding of your business and your industry, right? Because the more that they know specific to your products, your services, your workflows, your fulfillment, all the different facets of your business, the better equipped they're going to be to articulate that in a way that makes people want to buy from you, right? So maybe they market for dentists, maybe they market for doctors or for lawyers, but if they don't understand roofing and the nuance of running a roofing company, it's going to be really hard for them to articulate why you are so much better than every other company in your market. Number 6, honesty. It's a scarce commodity these days, folks. Having somebody who has honest intentions and is transparent and will do what they say they're going to do. And look, when you're working in marketing, especially digital marketing, it's fluid. Things change all the time, and sometimes there's going to be tough conversations. Character's not defined in the 99% of the time when everything is going fantastic, right? Having those conversations it's super easy. It's that 1% when shit hits the fan. And this is in business, this is in personal relationships, this applies everywhere. How do people respond in that 1%? Do they take the easy way out? Do they deal in ambiguities so that you don't really have a sense of what's happening? Or will they shoot you straight, have that conversation, and more importantly, already have ideas to become better, right? Because it's not about how many times you get knocked down, it's how many times you get back up. What happens after you get knocked down, right? So are you dealing with a partner who is going to have enough respect for your business, the relationship they have with you, to have that honest conversation, even if it doesn't put them in the most positive light? And what does that path forward look like, right? So if they're coming to the table with honesty at the forefront, the likelihood that you then improve is substantially higher than if they avoid it, don't talk about it, or dress it up in ambiguities and talk circles, right? So honesty is critical to the success of the campaign and the relationship as a whole. Communication. So you have your routine meetings, they're being transparent, they're being honest with you, there's clear expectations. But hey, look it, like you guys are running and gunning all day long. You've got 1 million fires to put out and you got 6 firefighters, right? And you're doing your best. So as nice as it would be to be able to package all your communication into a 45-minute monthly meeting, you're going to have questions. You're going to want to talk to somebody. You're going to want answers. And you don't want the runway to those answers from the question to be a week out or 4 days out. Like we're in, as much as I hate to admit it, people want immediacy, immediate gratification. And while there's a time and a place for delayed gratification, I don't think it's necessarily going to be something that you want as a business owner when you have questions that are fundamental to the success of your company as it relates to your Google ad campaign or a website change, right? So understanding what that cadence of communication looks like, if you reach out, what should you expect as far as an acceptable timeline for somebody to get back to you? And can you rely on this agency to be there for you when you need them the most is absolutely critical. So before you hire an agency, make sure that you ask the question of trying to have them paint that picture, and that draws back into that expectation. So once they communicate what the communication looks like, what the cadence is, how frequently you guys can communicate, now you have an expectation, and then you can hire whoever you see fit as far as the best fit for your wants and needs for your company in order to build a successful business in perpetuity, day after day, week after week, month after month, year over year. So if you got any questions, drop them below. Y'all know what to do, and mash the subscribe button, folks. Appreciate it.